this is Noreen from Joy of Cards, and today we're going to make another Valentine's Day card. If you haven't seen my other videos, please look at my other videos. I'm doing a bunch of Valentine's Day because it's coming up. And please subscribe to my channel, and if you're a first-time subscriber and you subscribe and you like and you make me a little comment and a way for me to contact you, if you're the first one, I will give you the demo card. I'll mail it to you for free. So it's just kind of an incentive. So, and if you'd like to place an order, also my my email or my address is right here, and you can go on Stampin' Up and place an order directly. So anyway, so let's go ahead and make this card. And this one's really easy as well, kind of. So we've got just a basic real red 5.5 by 4 1/4 scored and folded. And then we're going to be using from My Heart DS paper, this really cute paper here. And let's go ahead and snail that up. And we're just going to place it right here. And it's the full 5.5 by 4 1/4. So you want it to cover the entire page. And then we're going to take a piece of black foil, and this is cut 2 inches by the 4 1/4. So we've got that, and I'm not going to fix it yet. And then we're going to take from detailed bands, we're going to take this band, and it's still on my plate for a reason I'll get to in a minute. And we're going to cut 2 of these. Now I cut these in Flirty Flamingo, and what I did with this paper, I don't know if you can tell from the video, is I took this all-purpose ink that Stampin' Up sells, and also my mini mister, and I put like mostly the alcohol and rubbing alcohol in it, and a few drops of this, and I sprayed the paper, and it makes it kind of frosty and cool. So that's how you can get that shimmery, because we have that shimmery white paper. You can make your colored paper shimmery as well just by doing that. And when I sprayed it far. I mean, like at least a foot, and I did it outside. So, and then just go ahead and let that dry. So the first thing we're going to do, now this is going to be longer than the paper, and we're going to go ahead and cut it off at the end. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 pieces, and I'm going to take my fine tip glue, which if you watch my videos, I just absolutely love because it really does a great job on the little tiny stuff. So I'm going to glue this here, and I'll cut to the end when it's all done. And there we go. So these are 2 of those glued together. I glued this part, and then I snailed the end part. So then I'm going to take it and turn it over again, and I'm going to glue this part. Actually, I'm going to snail the ends, glue the middle, snail the ends, and now I'm just going to eyeball it. I think eyeballing it just, I think I'm more accurate when I eyeball it than when I measure it. So I'm going to go like that and push it down. And then I'm going to go to my cutter, and I'm going to snip off those ends. I'm going to turn it over, and with the cutter, just take that off, and then turn it on the other side. Take that off. Perfect. And now this is that foil stuff, so your snail's going to have a bit of a issue, you know, adhering, so just push down really hard. And then I'm going to eyeball it and put it on, just like so. Now, the next thing I want to do is the sentiment. Now, I cut 2 of the Flirty Flamingo in this die, but I also cut a white. And what we're going to do is we're going to stamp that white, and then we're going to take all these pieces and we're going to inlay them in there. So let's go to the stamp. And now I'm using my Stamparatus because I want to make sure that I get a good dark stamp to it. So I'm going to take my real red and very carefully dab that up. I'm going to buy those little uninked dabbing squares that Stampin' Up has, because when you use a full cartridge like this, it has a tendency to get on your plate. So I'm going to get some of those, and just, you take the refills and you just ink them up, and they're great. So I've done that. And now this is one of those orange stamps I don't want to push down too hard because it's already got a cushion to it. So that is that one. All right, so now you've got this stamped up. Now, before you stamp this, make sure before you do it that you've got the right side. My die is just a little off. So before you stamp it, because I actually did stamp it upside down, you got to make sure it's going the right way. So, and when you run this die through your machine, run it through like 4 times because it's kind of detailed here because it's called detailed bands. So you want to make sure you got a good cut. And these little swirly things like to hold on. So anyway, you got it going the right side. And we're going to go ahead and inlay it in. Yay. And then you're going to take your plate. And it's the same thing. You want to make sure that you've got the right side going to the right end. And then I'm going to put a little bit of my fine tip glue here, just like that. And let's take this one right here and get out maybe some tweezers and see which side, because, you know, it's very possible you flipped it upside down in the meantime. So this, I've got this right side going the right direction, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a little glue and stick it in like so. And you're going to continue that the whole way around. So I'm going to go ahead and glue, and I'll be right back. And there we go. So that was really fun. So as I was doing it, I left all the pieces in the die and took them out one at a time. And then I put a little puddle of the fine tip glue here, took my tweezers, took them off one at a time, and put them in. So you don't mix them up. So that is that part. So we can put that to the side. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a couple of our red rhinestones. These are really pretty. And I just put a couple on the end like that. There you go. And then I cut about 6.5 inches off of the real red ribbon. And I'm going to go ahead and snail that. And I think there's a prettier side. So decide which side you want and go from there. So I'm going to put one in the middle. And then I'm going to put one on the ends. And there. And we're going to wrap it around. Oh, and look what I did. I did something out of order. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Hold that flat. And since I was bad and I already fixed this to the card, because, you know, you get excited. You could just lift it up. It's just snail. Just make sure it's up against the edge of the black foil and wrap it around. Work. Easy. And then I'm going to take the other side and do the same thing. And there. And that's the front of the card. So that's pretty easy. The only time-consuming part was filling in all the little inlay parts. So in the inside of the card, we've got more DS paper, shimmer white. We got that black foil, more DS paper, ribbon, and a stamp. So that's not too bad. So the DS paper, I cut them and make sure, because I do this all the time, when something has an actual direction, then you need to make sure that you cut it in the right direction. So this is going to be 4.5. This is 5.5. So when you cut these this way, make sure this is 4.5. So I'll go ahead and snail it up. And we're going to put it all the way on. And if you have to cut off a little bit at the end, then go ahead and do so. So I had just a little bit there. So I'm going to just take my cutter and line that up. Boom. Now it's all right. Okay. So before you do anything, you're going to take your card and you're going to put it on your Stamparatus. And then you're going to take the Happy Valentines. And the Happy Valentines is from Heart to Heart. The sentiment on the front was from Well Said. And then we're going to be punching out hearts. So I kind of already pre-measured it because I was doing a video. And we're going to go ahead and And I've got this little sticky stuff here. We're going to take our real red and get it a good, nice little stamp. Now, these are the clear stamps, so it's okay to push down on it pretty good. I'm going to do that again. That's the best part of Stamparatus, is that you can do it again. All right, that looks great. And then take it, get this out of the way. We're going to snail it up. And we're going to put it, before we do that, we need to put our ribbon on. So I'm going to snail my ribbon, because we're going to put that down to the side. So just make this a little longer than the 5.5. And then I lined it up all the way to the edge. And then just wrap your ribbon around. Make sure you got enough snail in the end. Or on the paper, just put on the paper. And wrap those around. And eyeball it here. Alrighty. And then we're going to take another piece of black foil and we're going to cut it or punch it in the scallop part. And then we're going to take that DS paper with this beautiful design on it and we're going to cut it out in the regular. And go ahead and snail those up. Just like so. Now, if you find on the black foil, and especially on the front as well, I did this. When you cut black foil, sometimes you got some white core. Just take your black marker and go around the edge and get all that white off. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and snail the back of this and put it right there in the middle. And that's it. So this is a pretty easy card. So if you like it, please subscribe to my channel and put a likey on there. Make a comment. If you're a first-time subscriber and you send me your information first, I'll mail you the demo card. And you can place orders on my Stampin' Up site. You can email me. You can contact me for anything and I'll respond. So anyway, that'll do it. Thank you very much. Bye.